Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live. My name is Susan. I am the CEO and founder of Earthtones Naturals, and I am a naturopathic doctor, a certified trichologist, and my job is to help naturals who are struggling gain confidence with their natural hair through workshops, through consultations, through Instagram and Facebook lives such as this and YouTube lives, and to really give you the knowledge and education that you need in order to embrace and love your natural hair. Tonight's live stream is going to be about how to use Earthtones Naturals products. It is the definitive live on how to use our products. I've decided that I'm going to be doing this once a month just to make sure that clients who are using the products, or if you are newly introduced to the products, or even people who might be a little bit curious about how the products work, how to definitively use them. So it's the definitive guide on how to use our products. It is really important anytime you use any type of product from any brand that you use it correctly in order to get the results that you're looking for. And what we have found when we are doing either consultations with clients or we're chatting with them on chat or via email is some clients are just not getting the results that they want. And a lot of times it's because they're not using the products as they are meant to be used. So this is the definitive live on how to use our products from start to finish. And what we'll be going through is our hair care system, why the system was developed, how it's developed, and how to incorporate our products into that hair care system based on your hair's needs. So the reality is that when it comes to regimens and when it comes to the types of products that you need for your hair, you really need as little as 3. You can get by with using as little as 3 products for your hair if you understand what is going on with your hair, what your hair needs, and if you kind of work backwards to figure out how you want your hair to look. So in as little as 3 products. For me personally, I use about 3 or 4 products in the line. I do rotate some products depending on the season, but I don't use a ton of products on my hair to get the results I'm looking for. I use as little as 3. So I'll talk to you about that and how to properly use the products. So what I want to start with is the Earthtones brand, the Earthtones philosophy, what it's all about, and our hair care system. Now, the brand was really created for the needs of very curly or tightly curled hair. It's not to say that if you have wavy hair, it's not going to work for you. It will absolutely work for you. However, at the time when I created the product line, there was a deficit in the market for products that would work on very curly, tightly curled hair. So what we'll call maybe type 4 hair, for A, B, C, even type 3s. And the reason I developed the product line is because I have type 4 hair and I struggled in finding products that would work for me. And before I started the line, I was a huge product junkie. I bought every single product on the market at the time. I tried everything I could to do a few things, to get moisture, to get curl definition. Those were my 2 main issues. And I was so excited when I would, watch YouTubers apply products to their hair, they get results, and I'd go and I'd try those products. And mind you, I was really diligent about seeking out people who had a very similar curl pattern to me. And I would use the products and they wouldn't work for me at all. And so I ended up spending thousands of dollars on products because when I bought products, I didn't buy just one. I bought the entire line because I wasn't sure which product would work for me and which wouldn't. So I just wanted to try the entire line. They wouldn't really work for me. There was one product in particular that did work for me. And at that time when I was natural, I did the big chop. So I had a shorter style and I was more interested in curl definition. So I wasn't interested in doing twist outs. I wasn't interested in anything else except defining my curls, the curls that I didn't see. So keep in mind, as someone who has type 4 hair, when it was short, I didn't see definition. I saw cotton. I saw an afro. And I wasn't interested in rocking an afro. I was interested in getting some definition, but I really didn't believe that I had any curl definition until I tried a specific product that helped to clump my curls together. And then as time went on, as I was using that product in different seasons, it didn't work for me the way it did in the warmer season. And so I really had to start really digging deep and doing some research and really taking a look at hair chemistry, cosmetic science, etc., just to get a sense of what was going on with my hair and to create a product line that worked for my hair. So I've been doing this for 13 years. I've been a naturopath for 17 years, and I've been a trichologist for 6 years. And my current form of education right now is I am currently in the process of getting my cosmetic science master's degree. So I've been in the books and kind of in the trenches trying to work this thing out for a long time. And I see that I am frozen. And so I'm going to continue talking. I'm always having some type of technical issue when I do these lives for whatever reason. And I'm going to try to fix this issue, but I'm going to also continue talking. So just bear with me here. If I need to switch a camera, I'll do that. Just bear with me. And it's a camera I don't really want to use because the quality is not that great. So we'll go back. No. Okay. Bear with me, everyone. I'm using this camera because my other camera is not working properly. So that is why I decided to create the Earthtones product line. And the line is really about trying to pull moisture into the hair and keeping that moisture in the hair, locking it in, and then dealing with other issues that people might have with respect to their hair, like dealing with breakage, damage, poor moisture retention, etc. The way the system is with respect to the regimen is it's 4 simple steps. It's cleansing the hair, it's conditioning, it's moisturizing, and then it's styling. And those are the 4 steps that I really employ when I'm dealing with and creating regimens for clients. Because what I find is that people tend to do too much, doing way too much stuff, too many steps, too many products. A lot of times when I do consultations with clients, they can't even tell me why they're using specific products. It's just that they found it on YouTube. Someone told them to use it. Someone told them to do this, but they can't understand why. And so what I do is I try to bring the why into the use of a specific product. And the way I do that is I do a hair assessment and curl analysis to try to figure out what is going on with the client's hair, and then really try to pair a specific product with that client's needs to address what is going on with the client's hair. So the Earthtones products are divided into cleansing products, conditioning products, leave-in conditioners and or leave-in moisturizers, and styling products, and then scalp care products. So that's kind of the division of the product line. So in general, you want to cleanse with a shampoo. Now, the shampoo you use depends on what you're trying to do with your hair. So if you need a clarifying shampoo, what I will typically recommend is just go buy a clarifying shampoo from Walmart, from Shoppers, from any drugstore. It doesn't have to be an expensive clarifying shampoo. It just has to do the job of stripping the hair. So that would be the first step if you have a lot of buildup on your hair. So if you're a person that uses a lot of oils, a lot of butters, a lot of really greasy ingredients on your hair, then you really need a shampoo that is going to really cleanse the hair properly. One of the things I've found, especially when it comes to the application of styling products on the hair, is if your hair is not clean sufficiently and you continue to just put products on. So for example, you go from shampooing your hair with a really gentle cleanser because you don't want to use sulfates. That's cool and all. But if it doesn't cleanse the oils, when you go to put on your leave-in product or whatever it is, you're putting oils, you're putting conditioning agents on top of oils. And then what happens when you go to put your styler, you have incompatibility issues. So it's really important that you really strip the hair of as much product as possible. And then when you add on your conditioner, you clean that properly, meaning you rinse it out properly, and then you go on to your moisturize step so that there's not layers and layers of oils and butters on your hair that could have incompatibility issues with your styling products. So whether or not you clarify your hair is really going to depend on if you're using a lot of oils, butters, pomades, a lot of products that have a real greasy, oily buildup on the hair that are not going to be properly removed with a gentle cleansing shampoo. So I always have a clarifying shampoo in my shower when I am washing my hair. Now, one of the times I also use a clarifying shampoo is if I have braids in or I've had a style for an extended period of time, like let's say 4 to 6 weeks, so any type of protective styling. And I really need a good rinse of all products from my hair, I will start with a clarifying shampoo. But then what I'll do is I will go to the shampoo that we have in the line, which is the moisturizing and conditioning shampoo, and this is what it looks like. So this is the moisturizing and conditioning shampoo. We only have one shampoo for the time being. And this is kind of like your multi-purpose shampoo with the exception of clarifying the hair. So it's not going to be great at clarifying. You do need a separate clarifying shampoo for that, but it is great at your other than clarifying, weekly, bi-weekly cleansing. It has conditioning agents in it and softening agents in it. So what it's going to do as it's cleaning the hair is it's going to lightly deposit conditioners on the hair. And the result of that is softness, and the hair feels nice and moisturized. It doesn't feel like it's stripped. So clarifying shampoos will technically tend to make the hair feel very stripped because they typically will use harsher cleansing agents, which is okay. It is okay to use those harsher cleansing agents every once in a while. However, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, you don't want to use those harsh cleansing agents. So you would do your clarifying wash, and this is how I use a clarifier. I use my clarifying wash for my first 1 or 2 lathers, and then I follow it up with the Earthtones moisturizing shampoo because, well, this is going to help soften my hair. So that's typically what I do. All right. So next, as you move from your moisturizer, your moisturizing shampoo, you can probably go into, second. As you move from your moisturizing shampoo, you're going to then go into your conditioning products. Your conditioning products that you're going to use are going to do a few things. So they're going to deposit product on the hair. They're going to deposit ingredients on the hair. So they're going to make the hair feel nice and soft and ready to be combed. This is exactly what you want your conditioner to do. And then depending on the type of conditioner to use or what's going on with your hair, you might need a conditioner that is going to put a lot more moisture back into the hair and lock in that moisture. So those would be your deep conditioning treatments. So we have 3 types of conditioners at Earthtones. We have a regular hydrating conditioner, and then we have 2 deep conditioning treatments. Okay, so hydrating conditioner looks like this. All right. And then just let me grab my products here. All right, so then deep treatment looks like that. And then the restorative hair mask looks like this. So I'm going to go through what each of these products do in a second. So the hydrating conditioner, typically what it's going to do is it's going to be a very, I don't want to say basic because it's not a basic conditioner. It's going to help to detangle the hair, and it's going to help put oils back into the hair and lock them in, but it's not as locking or sealing as the deep conditioning treatments. So for the hydrating conditioner, how do I use it? I use it in the warmer weather. So I'll use it in the summertime. I'll use it in the spring for my rinse out conditioner. You put it on, you leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you rinse it from your hair. So that is the hydrating conditioner. So it's also good if you have very fine hair that tends to get built up with a lot of heavy products. You could use the hydrating conditioner as well for your hair as a rinse out conditioner. Now, the way you have to think about conditioners is you will condition your hair and you'll rinse it out, but some ingredients stick onto the hair. The more conditioning a conditioner is, the more ingredients stick onto the hair, which means you get more conditioning, more softening, more deposition, it's called. So if you have fine, wispy hair, you don't want a product that's going to really deposit that much on the hair compared to someone who has thicker hair strands that requires more moisture and more softening. So that's one thing to consider when you are choosing the type of conditioner that you need. And you also want to consider the weather. So in the colder weather, I typically go with my deep conditioning treatments, whereas in the warmer weather, I do go with my hydrating product. Now, your deep conditioning treatments. So we'll start with the intensive hydrating deep treatment, which is this product right here. So this product is a deep treatment, meaning that you're going to put it on and you're going to use heat in some form to really allow some of the ingredients to really penetrate into the hair fiber, which is what you want it to do. It is a thicker product. It has higher levels of conditioning, which means more deposition. That means that more of the conditioning agent is going to stick onto the hair. and confer the benefits of conditioning, which is softening, sealing the cuticle, locking in moisture, restoring the water repelling properties to the hair. So that's what the deep conditioner, the deep treatment is going to do. It also has some oils and butters in it, which will lock in moisture. So this is one of the products that I will use in the wintertime as it gets colder, you have lower amounts of humidity, you really need locking in of moisture in the hair. And so the deep treatment is one of the products that I will use. Another product that you can use for a deep conditioning treatment is the restorative hair mask. Now, the restorative hair mask, what this does is, yes, it moisturizes. Yes, it locks in moisture, but it takes it a step further with respect to repairing. So if you have breakage, if you have damage, if you have hair that's colored, if your hair is bleached, or even if it's not bleached, if it's lightened, you would want to use the restorative hair mask. You could do it in conjunction with the intensive deep treatment. So you could do 1 week deep treatment, 1 week restorative hair mask for your deep conditioning treatments. Or if I have clients who are experiencing any type of issue, so breakage, damage that we're trying to treat and rectify, then they use the restorative hair mask until that issue that I'm addressing has been resolved. So with respect to wintertime care, I will typically do intensive deep treatment and or restorative hair mask, alternate them from 1 week to the next or one wash to the next. But those are your deep treatments. You're going to use them and use them with heat. So you'll typically put them on, put a plastic cap on, and then go under heat, whether it is one of the thermal caps that we have, whether it is a heated towel, whether it is a hooded dryer, whatever heat source you have. Even if you don't have a heat source and you tie a satin bonnet around or satin scarf around your head to lock in that heat, you can do that as well. Yes, they can be used overnight. I have some clients that do that. They'll apply the products to their hair and use them overnight and rinse them out in the morning. So that's the hair mask and the intensive deep treatment. Another product that we have that's a rinse out product that you could use either prior to your deep treatments or prior to shampooing is the Detangling Co Cleanse. And that product, it looks very similar to this. Oopsie. This is the light leave-in. It looks very similar to this in terms of it being in a bottle and with a pump, but I don't have any Detangling Co Cleanse. That is a very, very, very popular product because it detangles the hair. So we use it like crazy in our household, and we are sold out of that product. So I don't have a demo to show you. But the Detangling Co Cleanse, what it does is it detangles the hair. It has a better detangling ability than the hydrating conditioner. Before we brought in the Detangling Co Cleanse, the hydrating conditioner was the product to help you detangle your hair. However, we found that it just didn't detangle the way I wanted it to. So we created a product specifically for detangling the hair, either prior to shampooing or right after shampooing. You can use the Detangling Co Cleanse either way. So you can use it before you shampoo the hair, or you can use it afterwards, and then you can follow that up with your deep treatment or whatever product that you want to use as your conditioner, as your rinse out conditioner. So how you would use it prior to shampooing is when you're ready to wash your hair, I usually do it like a day or two before. I will just take my hair, mist it with water, and apply the Detangling Co Cleanse to sections of my hair. I will detangle it with a detangling brush, and then I will twist. And then I will do that for the rest of my hair. So basically what ends up happening is my hair is just a bunch of twisted sections until I'm ready to wash. That way it takes less time and I lose less hair detangling prior to washing than doing it after washing. So I detangle prior to washing, and then I go and I wash my hair, the rest of my cleansing process with my hair in twists. If you choose to detangle after you shampoo your hair, you would shampoo your hair with your shampoo, and then when you are ready to detangle your hair, you would then section it in small sections, rake the Detangling Co Cleanse through your hair, detangle, and then immediately what you could do is apply your deep conditioning treatment. So I've played around with this a few ways, and no one wants a really long wash day. So what I've tried to do is I've tried to figure out the best way to get the best of all worlds without spending a ton of time on, processes that you really don't want to do. Like no one really wants to be conditioning their hair all day or detangling their hair all day. So in order to do that, what I've done is on myself, just to save time, put the detangler on my hair, detangled it, and then put on my deep conditioner after. Now, some of you might be asking, okay, well, why do you need to detangle your hair before you put on your deep conditioning treatment? Well, while the deep conditioning treatments that we have are excellent at conditioning, so excellent at softening, forming a protective film on the hair, etc., they're not so great at detangling. I mean, they work, but they don't work as well as the Detangling Co Cleanse. So what I do is I detangle with the Co Cleanse. So I'll detangle a section, and then I will put on my deep conditioning treatment, and then I'll twist my hair. So what I used to do before is I used to do the Co Cleanse, rinse it from my hair, and then put on the deep conditioner right on top. I no longer do that just because of time. So I put my deep conditioning treatment right on top of my Detangling Co Cleanse, and it seems to work just as well. There's no issues with the products not working well. So that is what I do to save time if I choose to detangle after shampooing. But more often than not, I do not detangle after shampooing my hair. I detangle before shampooing because it just makes the rest of my regimen go really, really, really smoothly. So we've gone through detangling, shampooing, and conditioning, and the types of conditioners you want to choose. So after you rinse your conditioner from your hair, then you want a leave-in. Now, this is really important. We get questions all the time saying, I've used the deep conditioning treatments and they work well, but then my hair dries out. What can I do? And when probing a little bit deeper, what we find out is that people are not using a leave-in product, or the leave-in product is not moisturizing enough. So it's super important that even if you use a really good deep conditioning treatment, you need to use a good leave-in, an amazing leave-in product, because that is what's going to lock moisture in your hair. Now, if you use a leave-in product that doesn't have sealing oils in it, then chances are you might not get a lot of moisture locked in the hair. So it's important to kind of use a proper leave-in product that coincides with the environment or the weather that you are, or the climate that you're in. So in the winter time, I'll typically use a more moisturizing leave-in product than in the summer. But we do have 3 leave-in products, right? So the first leave-in is the light leave-in. Now that light leave-in, and I just had it. Oh, here we go. So this is what the light leave-in looks like. Okay, so it's in a pump. Pink label. So this is a really light leave-in conditioner. It is not a moisturizer in that it doesn't have ingredients that are going to really seal in moisture. It does have humectants which pull moisture into the hair, but it doesn't have any oils and butters that are going to lock that moisture in. So I don't use this product in the winter. This is specifically for the summer. And I use it underneath the gels in the summertime to soften my hair and seal the cuticle, but also they work well underneath the gels to reduce flaking. So this is what the light leave-in is for. Now, if you are a person who had really fine hair that was weighed down with product, and even the hydrating conditioner weighed your hair down, you could absolutely use the light leave-in as your leave-in conditioner. You could absolutely do that, even in the wintertime. For my hair, no, I need something a bit thicker and richer. So the next product that is a leave-in moisturizer is the Curl Quench Coconut Moisture Milk. So this product is typically for people who have fine to medium hair. So you have fine strands, and your hair typically can get weighed down with product. So this is meant to lightly soften, lightly moisturize the hair without making the hair feel limp and look limp and being weighed down. So that's the Coconut Moisture Milk. It's very light in terms of its consistency and its texture compared to the next product, which is my personal fave, which is the hair butter. And this is the hair butter. So hair butter, one of our best sellers. This product is my absolute favorite product for softening, for sealing, locking in moisture, pulling, water into the hair. I absolutely love this product. It is like I put it on everything, every single style, hair butter. Except in the summer, I use the light leave-in, but winter, spring, fall, I'll typically use the hair butter. It is an amazing product. an amazing leave-in product for softening the hair. So if you are struggling with a lot of dryness, check your leave-in product, because it's typically the leave-in product that is the issue if you are struggling with dryness. And what I can say is the hair butter or the moisture milk are really good, depending on your hair type and texture, at drawing moisture into the hair and locking it in. Excuse me. The difference between the hair butter and the moisture milk is going to be the consistency. The hair butter is a lot thicker. The moisture milk is more like a lotion. The hair butter is like a cream. And the hair butter has more softening agents and more oils in it than the moisture milk. And it makes sense because the moisture milk really is not to weigh the hair down. It's to really lightly soften and moisturize the hair for people who have fine to medium hair. Now, just a general principle in terms of application. So in general, if you want more product attached onto your hair, you would do a damp application of product, meaning you're not going to put the products on when your hair's soaking wet. That's going to dilute the product. And I find for people who really need a lot of moisture, it makes the hair feel very crispy and very dry. So you would want a more concentrated application, which is basically applying the product to your hair on damp hair, and make sure you apply enough. So it's not like some dime size amount, like you apply enough product where you feel the hair is moisturized. I always go by feel. So you want to, feel the moisture in your hair and really focus on the ends as well. And then you move on to your next section. So I apply these products in sections. I don't go like this. I section and then apply. And that is how I apply the products. All right. So we've got our 3 types of leave-in products. And so let's just say you were going to put your hair in a protective style. You didn't want to do any curl definition. You just want to wear your hair in twists. You just want it moisturized. This is where you would stop. So this is where I was saying in as little as 3 products, a shampoo, a rinse out conditioner, and moisturizer, you can have your entire hair regimen set. But if you want to take it a step further, and you don't just want moisture, you want definition as well, this is where styling products come in. And we have 4 styling products. We have 3 jellies and 1 styling cream. Now, the gels, I'm going to start with the lightest gel. The lightest gel is the light curl enhancing jelly. Now, this again is for fine hair. So fine to medium textured hair. You want a soft hold, so very soft definition. It is not going to give you a ton of hold, not going to give you a ton of definition, depending on your hair type and texture. So for my hair, this would give me a soft feeling afro. It wouldn't do a lot of definition. It doesn't clump the hair as much as the other 2 gels. So just keep that in mind. This is a light jelly. Then we have the regular gel, which is this one. So the regular gel was the original jelly that I came out with years ago. And this is more of a medium holding gel compared to the Max Curl Enhancing Jelly. So it's more of a medium hold. It's not as soft as the light jelly. It's more of a medium hold gel. So if you're using the light jelly and you're like, yeah, you know what, I like it, but I want a little more hold, you could try 2 things. You could apply it to damp hair, or you could try going for the regular gel that will give you more hold, applying that on wet hair. You could try that. And the last gel is the Max Curl Enhancing Jelly, which is this one right here. Okay. So it's a stickier product. It has more hold, more curl clumping, which means you'll get more definition. If you have low porosity hair, the Max Jelly is probably one of the better products for you over the regular gel or over the regular gel if you have low porosity hair. The regular gel is not as sticky, so the hair will start to separate and you'll get more frizz. If you have low porosity hair, the Max Jelly, it's a stickier product and you'll get less frizz and more hold with that product. And the light jelly probably won't do anything for you if you require a lot of hold and a lot of definition. So the way they're applied for best results, you probably want a damp hair application. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the application process on this live. I'm going to reserve that for another one with respect to how to get the best definition from wash and goes. But in general, a damp hair application is best. And then in a future live, when I talk about how to, perfect your wash and go, we'll go over the jellies in more detail. One thing I will say about all of the 2 gels, the Max and the regular, the Max Jelly is being reformulated. So once this version sells out, it is sold out until we produce the better version of it, which is still going to maintain the hold, but it's going to help reduce the flaking somewhat. Now, we've tried so many different polymers with respect to the hold and the flaking, etc. And the reality is that as you increase the hold of a product, you do get more of the product deposited on the hair, and there is a higher tendency for flaking. There's a way to kind of reduce that, and it all goes into what's used underneath the jelly, how it's applied, etc. But it will eventually flake. So our goal is, can we get into a week and a half before it starts to flake? And can it flake on less people than it's currently flaking on? It really is about usage and how it's used and what's used underneath it and how people take care of it when it comes to the Max Gel. And we will be reformulating this regular jelly as well, because we're forced to, because one of the ingredients that we use, which is a major ingredient in the product, is becoming very, very, very difficult to get. And, you know, in this day and age of what's happened after the pandemic with respect to logistics and supply chains, a lot of ingredients are just very, very, very difficult to get these days. And our business is not immune to that. Like, we are going through the hits of that. So because of the unavailability of some products or some ingredients, we are forced to reformulate some of our products. So when that time comes, we'll let everybody know. But for now, we do have some of the ingredients, the main ingredient that we need to make more for the time being. But when it sells out, we will be reformulating. And we're on that. We've worked on it. So we have the new reformulated product. It's just, I'm letting everybody know we're going to reformulate this. And then we're going to add on one more gel in between the regular and the Max Gel to give a more firm holding gel for people who the Max Jelly is too much, but the regular gel is too little. So we're working on that as well. All right, the last styling product I want to talk about is the Perfectly Twisted Curl Styling Cream, which is it's an underrated product for what it does. This product is absolutely amazing. It does not give the hold like the gel does, like the regular gel or even the Max Jelly. But what it does is, when you are doing a twist out, this gives a beautiful, beautiful, shiny, soft feel, shiny look to your twist out. It's a beautiful, natural looking curl. So it's amazing for twist outs. And depending on your hair type and texture, you can actually use this to define your curls. Now, I can't use it to define my curls because I need something that is stickier. But when I do my twists, for my twist outs, this is what I use in the winter time specifically. I don't use this a lot in the summer because there are oils and butters in it. So it is a cream gel. And I find in the summer it gives too much moisture. And so that leads to frizz. But I absolutely do use this product in the winter time. It is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So you have 4 styling product options to choose from if you want to style your hair. And the styling products are put on after your leave-in moisturizer is put in. Okay, so you have those to choose from. And then we're going to talk about the refreshing mist. Now, the refreshing mist, I don't really use a lot, and I didn't really use it a lot until I started using it in place of water for when I am applying gels or the Perfectly Twisted to my hair. And what this does, especially in the winter, so don't sleep on this if you haven't used it. In the wintertime, it moisturizes your hair more than water does when you're applying any type of product to your hair. So if you're applying the Perfectly Twisted, it moisturizes the hair more than water does. If you're applying the gels, it moisturizes your hair more than water does. If you're applying the hair butter or the coconut moisture milk, it moisturizes and softens the hair more than water does. So that is how I use this product. I don't use it for refreshing curls. I use it in place of water when I need my hair to be damp before I apply products. So that's how I use the refreshing mist. Amazing for that. And then we're going to just go on to scalp care. So we have 3 scalp care products at the moment. We have the regular Earthtones brand Rebalancing Scalp Oil, which replaces the Revitalizing Scalp and Hair Oil. And then we have 2 of the therapeutic products. So let's talk about the Rebalancing Scalp Oil. This product right here replaces the Revitalizing Scalp and Hair Oil. We had to do that because one of our ingredients that we used in the Revitalizing Scalp and Hair Oil was unavailable. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to make this product better. So why and how is this product better? It is more therapeutic to scalp conditions like mild to moderate flaking. Mild to moderate flaking. So that's not severe flaking where the flaking is like caked and crusted on your scalp. This is like, oh, I have, dry scalp. If I scratch the scalp, I see flakes happening. That is going to be addressed with this product. So what we've put in it is we've put in oat oil, which helps to soothe the scalp. We've put in squalene, and it's a sugarcane squalene, and it's a component of your hair's natural sebum. So the sebum that your hair naturally makes. And we've put in a therapeutic active that helps with scalp flaking. So this is now a supercharged scalp oil, something that we have done because a lot of people might not need the more therapeutic oil. So their level of scalp issues don't necessarily rise to the point where they need our phyto treatment oil, but the current oil that we had, the Revitalizing Scalp and Hair Oil, wasn't necessarily enough to help them with their mild to moderate scalp flaking. So this does now. And even though this is a product for the scalp, you can use it on the hair to soften the hair. And it also has some kind of heat protecting properties, although I wouldn't use it 100% for that. We are going to be coming out with a thermal protectant, but there are some ingredients in here that can help with, just kind of protecting the hair from heat. So you can definitely put it on your hair. That's not a problem, but it was really formulated for the scalp. But because it contains oils, you have oils that are good for the scalp and they're also good for the hair. So you can definitely put it on the hair. And we had a client ask about the new oil because she used the old oil, the previous version of the oil, on her skin. Sure. Not to say that it won't work for the skin. Use it however you want it. But she used it on her skin and she thought it was amazing. So there we go. So now we have the two therapeutic products, which is our Trichotherapy line. So our advanced scalp and hair care line. So we have our Scalp Renewal Complex, which is with the spout. And then in the bottle is the Scalp Phyto Treatment Oil. So these are our treatment products. So if you have itching and it like your scalp is really irritated, you'd want to go for the Scalp Renewal Complex. It really, really, really helps to soothe itching. It is amazing for that. If you have protective styles, braids, and your scalp itches constantly from those styles, this is the product for you. It is water-based. Okay, so it's not oil-based. It's water-based. You can put it on your scalp as frequently as you want to. You can carry it around in your bag if you want to. The next product now, which is more therapeutic, is the Phyto Treatment Oil. So this is 100% oils and essential oils, very concentrated amount to deal with issues of flaking, like really bad flaking. So if you have that, then this is where you'd want to use the Phyto Treatment Oil as a treatment product. And you would put it on and you would massage it into your scalp, and you could put it on every other evening if you wanted to. Or twice a day. Sometimes if I'm dealing with people who have like really bad flaking, I will basically have them be very aggressive about how they use the product and then kind of taper off as their scalp issues become better. So those are the products in a nutshell from, when you'd use them in your regimen and how to actually use them. So let me just check and see if there are any questions here. Okay. Someone asked, what if you have seborrheic dermatitis? What product would you recommend? So you could do you could potentially do the Phyto Treatment Oil, but I'm going to be very hesitant in saying that. We'd have to kind of determine the cause of the seborrheic dermatitis, like what makes it better, what makes it worse. Sometimes if you have flaking, certain oils can make that worse. Certain oils can make the seborrheic dermatitis worse. So I would have to know a little bit more information and kind of do more of a customized plan for you. But typically, if you have seborrheic dermatitis, you could use the phyto treatment oil. I've had clients who do have SD use it with great success. But again, I'd want to know a little bit more detail about your issue, what aggravates it, what brings it on, what makes it better. And then we kind of tweak from there and create a treatment protocol from there. But typically it would be the phyto treatment oil. Right. Okay, so that was the only question. Great. Thank you, everyone. So hopefully everything was clear about how to use the products. Again, if you know somebody who could benefit from this video, we will be doing this every single month just to make sure that, our customers, potential customers and clients know how to use the product properly to get the best results. And if you have any questions that you maybe think of after you watch this, you can email them to us at info@earthtonesnaturals.com. All right, everyone, have a great evening, and I will see you next week. You're very welcome when the heart speaks. I will chat with you later. Oops, bye.